welcome everyone. It's a Monday, it's not a Friday, but we still have some interesting. We have an interesting event for you um, with Speed Mod that was created by our modder racer some time ago. Now it's working again thanks to him. He managed to find a way to make it work, and I thought that it would be a good idea because I'm actually planning on hosting many, if not all, my future events with this particular mod because I enjoy it. But the game has suffered some changes, and it's a good idea to test it out a little bit before before I go forward with it. I played a little bit today. It seemed fine to me, but competitive action can definitely be different. Still, the tournament is considered to be a minor one, so it doesn't affect the rankings that much. Well, obviously, if you get the number one, number two, and number three, you still get some nice ranking points. And with all the other organizers and admins, we have agreed that we're going to encourage diversity in events, diversity of rules, and whatnot. But yes, we do have a standard type of game that we can use in our major tournaments. So, for example, Subu mostly organizes those. USFC is also hosted like that. So yeah. Okay, so we actually have a very decent number of players for this event. That is not going to be too long. We had 10, but somebody dropped. Oh, actually, Plebian signed up. So we had 10, and now we have 10 again. And we're going to do double elimination. With 10, we could obviously go for that nice little format that we did on Friday, but I feel that it's going to take a little bit too long for a Monday evening, and therefore we're just gonna go with the regular standard elimination, the standard double elimination, or I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna put it for a vote. If you guys can hear me, just I mean the ones that you're competing, just obviously we can do the group stages with 6 flags, so it goes a little bit faster. But yeah, we still have a couple of minutes before we start, so we can afford that. Okay, Plebian wants a regular. Oak wants with group stages. Because this is a special number, 10. It's I mean, also 8 can offer this format, or 12, but then it would either be too short or too long. 10 kind of strikes this balance. Let me also tag. So Tao, Subu, Info, Eve. Who else is there? Piper. Fixer. Yeah, so we still have 2 minutes left, and I just like a chance to fight everyone. Yeah, I guess it could be fun. We'll see. Oh, wow, people really like that group stage thing. Obviously, we're gonna do it with 6 flags because then it will take more than 4 hours to finish, so we don't want that. And with 6 flags, it's usually groups get a little bit tighter because the differences are not that big. One more minute to vote, and obviously we're gonna take the majority. Do we still have the wheel with A and B? Yeah, we do. Subu and Eve are gonna join me as well in the commentary. Alright, let's get maybe 2 more votes so we can have the majority. There you go. Subu also likes the group stage format. Obviously, I think people love to get the chance to fight more people. With double elimination, oh, okay. Fixer also. Okay, so the majority has decided we're gonna do the group stages plus elimination format. So in the group stages we're gonna do 6 flags, but in the elimination we're gonna do 7. So here we go. Let me just quickly change the settings in the tournament. Round robin, 5, 3 points, double elimination. Okay. Group tie breaks, points difference, match wins, and match versus tied participants. Here we go. Yeah, so the format, as you probably remember, we have 2 groups of 5. Everybody fights everybody, and we're gonna count the points scored, so the flag scored. Top 2 qualify to the winner's bracket. Number 3 qualifies to the lower bracket in the next stage. Okay, let's do the groups.
Hello.
Hello, welcome Subu, how are you?
Doing great. It's midday over here, of course, so I'm raring to go.
Yeah, so we got 10 players, and apparently people love that format with the group stages because probably gives them more opponents to play against, and it's always exciting to see who's going further, who's going home, and we always have some very
hmm
tough groups. So Apparently people want to go with that, but in order to make it a little bit shorter, the qualifiers will have we're gonna be 6 flags instead of 7. If this was Friday, then yeah, but on a Monday we're just gonna try to keep it a little bit shorter. So
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna add some groups, and here's what I ask, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
Actually, no, because I have them here. So Tao, let's see, Group A or Group B? Tao is in Group A. We'll see if we're gonna have a little bit of a monster of a group. Okay. Next competitor is Chernobyl. And he is getting Group B. You know, being in a group with somebody is not, or not being in a group with somebody is not always necessarily a good thing, because maybe you get a slightly more accessible group, but then in the elimination stage you're gonna meet better players, and yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's tough no matter what at some point down the road. But yeah, I guess people like how close it was last time we did this, so that
Yeah.
might be one of the big motivators.
I am next. Let's see if I'm facing Tao or Chernobyl. I am facing Chernobyl again. We were in the same group last time. Okay, next group is Oak. Next competitor. And he's in group B. Group B for Oak. Let's see, next competitor is Fixer. He's making his debut today. And Fixer is playing in Group A alongside Tao. Next is Info. Info is in Group A as well. And this is where it gets interesting. So we got Subu next. Subu is also in Group A. A lot of Group A competitors. And next is Eve, and depending on where Eve is, you might know the component of the groups. Eve is also in Group A. Very interesting group. And that settles it. Means that both Piper and Plebian will be in Group B. So we got the groups. Group A, Tao, Fixer, Info, Subu, and Eve. And Group B is Chernobyl, me, Oak, Piper, and Plebian. Some really nice groups, really balanced groups, I have to say.
Yep.
And yeah, let's get it going. Before we start again, a quick reminder on how it works. So we play round robin matches in the group stage based on points. If you get the top 2 spots, you qualify further. If you get 3rd place, you qualify but in the lower bracket. Number 4 or number 5 will be eliminated. Also, we're running the tournament on the speed mod, which means that all the animations in the game are faster by 10%. And I know some of you probably have never played it. My advice would be just play the game as you would play it normally. It is a noticeable difference, but it's not something that would just completely change the way you play. So if you're a good player overall, you would be a good player here as well. So it doesn't really impact the way. Out of contrary, sometimes you might feel some moves to be more responsive. But anyway, let's move to the group stage and the matches that we have there. We're gonna start the group stage, and we're starting with Group A. And the Fixer is actually making his debut, and we'll fight Eve. And after that, we're gonna get Info versus Subu. Do you know if Fixer uses a keyboard or a
I think controller, but I'm not sure.
yeah? Where is he from? Have any idea?
Europe somewhere. I think the UK.
Okay, I see. Should be fine. Okay, let me quickly change the to 6 flags for the qualifiers. Everything else stays default, and also I'm gonna show you guys the mods. So what we have here is the animation speed, so 1.1. Camera FOV, so it's at 50, is just a little bit above the default. And this is post-processing. This is a graphic mode, which may make some maps look a little bit better. And that's why we're using the wooden castle today, because with this post-processing it looks better. Right, so here we go. Fixer versus Eve. Gonna send them a link, and also a link for you. The name, the first name is always going to be left side, just so you know. There's Subu joining for the commentary. And there's a Fixer, I assume. And there's Eve. Fixer making his debut against Eve. Tough match, but
Yeah.
he needs to just focus on scoring as many flags as possible. And 6 flags is, you know, is doable against anybody. Here we go. Fixer left, Eve right. Lazo versus
Okay,
Gary.
saber fight.
Yeah, 2 characters that are already very fast. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely possible if Eve is a little careless in this type of matchup.
Yeah.
Gideon's pretty exposed, so mistakes will be punished quickly if Fixer is able to capitalize.
Yeah, as you can see, the map looks a little bit nicer with nice
Oh, there's a flag.
Fixer. Eve moving around, trying to fight an angle. Fixer is oh, nice chop.
Nice.
1-1. I like that the racer made this map a little bit sunnier. You know, it looks brighter. Yeah. Yeah, I hope K fixes these poles.
Swings slightly out of measure there. Eve doesn't want to risk it, though, understandably. Laszlo always has that back Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it was. Almost tagging Eve there.
Oh, an attack here from Fixer. Oh, and again.
Nice.
Yeah, Fixer is very patient, actually. And I think Eve needs to force some exchanges there.
Stab attempt. That could have ended badly in Eve. perhaps could have finished that, but it's a little tough to say sometimes. Definitely not trying to throw anything away.
Oh, nice.
Push attempt there.
Beautiful.
Nice beat cut.
His cap was off after that. Racer said would look even better if he used the latest. You know, it might seem funny, but Racer and I actually don't see eye to eye when it comes to his mods. Like, I like his older stuff, and he's telling me to use his newer stuff. So it's always funny.
Stab attempt.
Yeah. Tough match here for Eve. Oh!
Oh! Double back Y, almost
I think Fixer
messing him up there.
was surprised by the fact that he landed that shot.
Yeah, getting his ribs or his fat maybe stopped that. Is what it kind of looked like.
Oh. Oh, nice counter. 3-2.
Yeah, I like what Eve's doing. He's trying to set up that one shot, that single tempo fixer, aiming for the exposed body parts and making it impossible to move in and attack without that risk.
Oh, and again.
Nice.
Yeah, Eve has found a move
Good pressure.
that works, yeah.
Thrusts are weak? Actually, not necessarily. It depends on the thrust, the character, a bunch of stuff. There are definitely viable attacks as well. Jan actually is one of the strongest characters in the game and is known for stabbing, so.
Oh, nice one.
Ooh, Eve takes it. Nice convincing win actually. Just had to lock in a little bit, analyze the opponent, figure out counter strategy, and it worked.
Yeah, and that's also with the myth of, you know, being passive or being like, you've seen Fixer there being waiting a lot, and he actually paid for it because of it, because of not engaging much. Okay, Info versus Subu next. But Fixer did a good job with 2 flags. Let's get Info in. We'll see which character will Info use. I think we already know that Subu might use Bara. And most of the characters that Info plays are not necessarily good against Bara. But we'll see.
Okay, good luck, Info.
Yeah. Kulk is probably a better choice, considering that he has cutting power. And Subu going with default Barabash, which is a crime. Here we go. Oh, nice side step. One for Subu. From Info, but it's a double. Subu got a hit there by a thrust. He was doing his nice chop, 2-1. He was doing his trick shot cancel. Again the chop, very fast. Punishes Info instantly, 3-1. Info a little bit patient here. Oh, snap cut. Double. Then we're moving on to Group B. Oh, nice combo there from Info. Fortunately, did not reach the target. Double again. Nice. Very good side step. Side step again, but I think Subu cancelled it or something. Oh, the pole. Info needs to do something here, score a couple more flags. Oh, try the side step there. A little bit too slow even on speed. Oh, but nice combo. 4-2. Oh. Again, the side step works again. 5-2. And Subu needs only one more to secure the first 6 points. And I think this would be pretty good because Fixer also lost at 4, Info lost at 4, so we'll lose at 4 if Subu obviously gets it. And that would make it a little bit more interesting. Oh, nice chop there. 6-2. Congratulations. Great performance from Subu.
Right, GG.
And so we got the first 2 matches in Group A. We're moving on to Group B, and we're starting it with the same matchup that we had on Friday, which is me versus Plebian. Interesting. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't want to influence your pick, but I'm expecting Zara versus Izzy.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm gonna play Isabella throughout.
Nice.
So people know exactly what to expect every time. And immediately after that, we're going to get Oak versus Piper. Piper on speed is quite formidable because he's, he brings the chaos. And
right.
Yeah. And I remember the first time I fought against him in these settings, and it was a very, very tough match. No answer from Plebian yet. Okay, let's move on to the next fight. Is he online? Yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay. Here we go. Monk.
Yeah. No surprise there. What will be interesting is if Plebian tries to vary his speed a little bit, or or what sort of strategies he'll try to implement. His Zera is pretty good, actually, and he does like sometimes throwing those risky combos. Yeah, you can see Venador was looking for that slight angle with those side steps and does manage to land a hit.
Oh, nice.
But actually, in doing so just now, he opened himself up. That's always the risk. If you're looking for an angle, you're also giving your opponent an angle, potentially. Longsword duel, yeah. Very exciting. There's a double. Nice beginning here for Plebian against such a good player. Definitely has to stay locked in, but ooh, oh, okay. I thought Plebian canceled that. Yeah, I thought the same, to be honest, but it's okay. Interesting. Back Y from Plebian. A nice sidestep that was beautifully done from Venador. Ooh, the Posta de Vena there bashes through. The strong of the blade, which is very surprising. But he does take that flag there. Yeah, I suppose one thing that Plebian might be struggling with here is that his movement is slower. It's faster on this mode, yes, theoretically. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, and obviously everybody else gets that buff, so I think the disadvantage remains.
Nice.
Like, balancing-wise, I don't think much actually does change. In that respect. Nice fight so far, though, I have to say. 3-3. They're both still finding angles on each other. There's a push from Venador, but yeah, that's a classic there. There's Zera blocking after the push. I mean, oh, nice from Venador, though. Keeps going with that combo. But Plebian still has those winning chances. Not much has changed. Still a pretty even fight. Nice sidestep attempt that was working earlier. And Venador's looking for that snap cut to the hand, or the head. Thrust attempt, but yeah, that Y thrust. Very powerful tool in Plebian's arsenal. He's very good at timing it, and actually Venador's not able to secure the kill there. Zera's power is fierce in those exchanges. Plebian looking to finish this one up now. This is huge for him. But he can also rest easy. Like, even if he were to choke this, it is still a nice performance with Zera. But, you know, I'm sure he's looking for that win. And he does take the win. Beautiful. And by 2 points as well, which you never know. That could make a difference later on.
Yeah, GG, well played. I took a couple of gambles there and I lost them. So props to him. O versus Piper there. Here we go. Oak will take left, Piper will take right.
Yeah, both of these players are known for speed, so I'm excited to see what will happen.
Yeah. It will be chaos there.
Yeah, Oak more so, I would say, precision, though, along with that speed. Piper's more about chaos. That's the big difference between them.
Here we go. Oak left, Piper right. Piper.
Pleb is goated. Yeah, Pleb did well, I have to say. And that Y thrust, he's very good at finding those moments to place that when the opponent's recovering from an attack or otherwise open, not prepared for it. And it lands right to the head. Nice. I think this is the matchup everyone was looking forward to. Alex versus Laszlo, and there's a flag immediately for Piper.
Damn, so hot. Oh.
Ooh.
So many pushes.
Yeah, when it gets chaotic like that, it usually favors Piper. Most players are not used to being in the pocket like that, where grabs are whiffing, everything's whiffing, and a lot of times people panic, but Piper doesn't seem to. Piper just continues on with whatever plan he has. And he does have a plan, make no mistake, even though he is about chaos. He definitely plans what he's gonna do, so... It's just that he's very determined to make that plan work.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
The leg. Oh, jump.
Yeah, here it's actually 19 degrees, which isn't too bad. It's gonna warm up to like 23. Had a really hot day yesterday though, so...
Oh, threw his guard there.
Ooh. Nice from both of them, landing hits.
Oh, nice.
3-3.
Yeah, Oak looked a little bit sharper in that exchange, a little bit more decisive.
Yeah. Oh, that was actually a blade beat, but Oak was out of measure, thankfully. Nice sidestep. Oak is bringing this back, and that's what he wants. He wants to be in control of this. He can't let Piper just walk all over him. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people talk about Alex's guard, but I have to say, his best weapon might be what we just saw there. The fact that he can shut you down so quickly with that sidestep and similar moves like that, with a lot of damage. Oh.
Caught him there with the back Y. 6-4. Great fight.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah. Here we go. Moving on to round 2. Eve versus Info next. And then Tao versus Fixer.
Eve had a great start to this tournament. Info going to be looking to recover, having scored 2 points last time. Fixer in a similar boat. Tao making his debut round 2, so that'll also be interesting. Totally new opponent.
There's Info. Waiting for Eve.
Yes, it's flagged.
Flags, yeah. Come on, Eve. Yeah, this is an important match here for Info. She needs to score a couple of flags in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, a win by a good margin too would actually be really good for Info. It would sort of bring her back in the game. and set Eve back. Yeah, definitely shouldn't lose hope just based on one loss. We've seen before how close it can get. Oh. So Eve mentions there's scheduled maintenance
Yeah,
on
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah,
All right.
interesting.
Eve is not here. I guess he's doing something. We're doing Tao versus Fixer now. Tao, the current Rex Vertex of the server, so the most prestigious title, and the last winner of my event, making his debut here against Fixer. So again, another tough job here for him, but anything can happen. Here we go. There's Tao. There's Fixer. Here we go. After this one, Eve. So Getty for a Tao. Yan for Fixer.
Yan.
This time. Probably a good choice.
Yeah. You're up, Eve, but we're just moving on for now. You can fight next. Yeah, no worries. I know you're often cooking or doing some other stuff in the background, so.
A nice stab there from Fixer. It's obviously to be expected. Fixer will be using stabs against Getty.
Yeah.
And some cuts from what I can see. It's even better.
Yeah, definitely. Against an experienced player like Tao, will be good to mix it up.
2-piece there from Tao, recovered after being hit.
I think this is a matchup Tao knows pretty well, so it won't be one just with corkscrew or just with the low thrust. You'll have to use all of Yan's tools.
Yeah. But it can be a type of matchup that if you don't play it the right way, it can end pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice exchange, but yeah. That's always a fast move, that feint into A cut there. Yeah. Easy to catch you off guard.
2-1.
Nice stab.
The thrust.
Tippy toe.
I think both that
something we've seen
thrust and the cork, I think they both double hit. Maybe that's something that we need to look at, or Kubo needs to look at. I feel the cork does the same sometimes as well. It hits once and then it hits a second time.
Right, yeah. Sidestep Y there, gets hit there.
That was a little bit tired after throwing a couple of attacks. Fixer needs to learn from his first fight against Steve, where he had a good start, but then he became a little bit too patient. And needs to take some chances here. As you can see, Tao is tired.
Oh, tired. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I can tell Fixer is experimenting a bit too, and Tao is not allowing that.
Oh, nice one. I like that combo.
Yeah, the
Oh,
back one. Ooh, to the arm and almost finishes it.
oh,
There it
we
is.
go. 3-2.
Yeah. Luckily, Tao didn't recover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was great. Stab. Oh, yeah, it's...
Oh,
Okay, nice.
caught him with the retreat X.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta be careful sometimes following up on a stunned opponent if the guard goes up to block the specific area you're attacking, but
Ooh,
it was a good use of the back X to
Fixer,
still force the kill.
Fixer dodged that follow-up.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the stab. Yeah. Tower's very good with that move. Fixer's gonna have to find some way to counter it. Oh,
6-4, good fight. Fixer did a little bit better this time. And got 4 flags. And now we're getting Eve versus Info. Eve on the left, Info on the right. Okay, they're both in. Eve left, Info right. Info right side. Another Bara for and Marie for Info.
interesting.
Yeah, maybe Marta, I think, probably could have been a little bit more competitive here.
Yeah. I don't think the dynamic changes for Marie very much, especially against Bara.
Yeah.
If it changes at all, I don't even think it does, to be honest.
The thing is, since Marta is a little bit taller, you know, and stands upright,
Right.
sometimes those attacks don't necessarily hit the head, so it gives you some
Mm-hmm.
chance to recover. But with Marie, it's like always in the head.
Yeah. And there's that chop, Bara can sidestep, and all this other stuff. Although that was a good hit to the leg for Info. It's capitalizing that can be tough. It's not always so easy. It's like once you've hit the leg, your opponent's now going to be very focused on defense and finding a punishing move to get out of that situation. He's patient, goes for the YXY. Underrated combo, I would say. Info really not wanting to throw this one away. Grab it. I feel like Info's missing some opportunities here, but still very good pressure. Oh yeah, that's the danger of trying to close in like that.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah.
That's whirly.
Yeah. Tries an attack there that you don't see much of, but I think the timing threw Eve off.
Oh,
Sidestep A. Nice.
Eve should do the thunder punch.
Oh, man. That was good sidestep, though. The one with the sword's gonna win. It's funny because by some definitions of sword, actually Barabash doesn't have a sword and Marie does. Because it's straight. But... And just that in modern times, they used to like differentiate from swords and sabers. But yeah.
Yeah,
So a sword in English is a subset of a sword, if that makes sense. It's weird that way.
In my language, it's actually quite the opposite. So the word sword is sabie, which is basically a saber. So it's the other way around.
Interesting, yeah. Reflective, I guess, of what was common.
Yeah, we say, for the straight ones, we say spada, like from Latin, spata.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, in Spanish they have espada, which is obviously based on the same word, and yeah, Italian's got a similar word. That's interesting.
Eve stealing your move there. Oh, trying to do the feint.
Yeah. It's a good move, actually. At first I wrote it off as way too high committal, but now we've learned you can just back Y out of it, or even punch out of it, so...
Nice triangle.
Bree's such a throwaway character. Plebian says. Oh, that's it.
6-3.
She don't deserve it.
I still believe Marta would have done better here, but still not bad.
Yeah, I agree. Marta's pretty strong now, but Marie, not so much.
Alright, so now we get the winners from the first round in Group A. Plebian and Oak are going to face each other, and it's gonna be a pretty interesting matchup. They both won their first match, and whoever wins this one will have a really good opportunity of clinching a qualification spot if they continue in the same form.
Marta's not much better against Bar. I think Marta's a good... I mean, sorry, Bar is a good anti-rapier, but I still think Marta would have done better. Like, she has all sorts of tools.
Yeah. And side steps and the back Y. I think those can keep Bara away a little bit more. At least, what I can tell you for sure, it would have made Eve a little bit more cautious.
Yeah. Because you can easily run onto her point by mistake. And that back Y actually is a good counter to the chop sometimes. If a Barabash just goes for a chop mindlessly, the hand is right there for back Y to hit.
There's Plebian. Plebian takes the left, Oak takes the right.
It's a good way to recover from a blade beat too. If Barabash is focusing too much on beating the blade and not hitting you.
Yeah. Father Zero.
Okay.
Plebian plays a very good Father Zero, which is he doesn't move much, so he doesn't leave too much room for vulnerable positions, and he's very explosive when he attacks. So I think it's a good strat to have with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're seeing
a little bit similar to toasted bread in some ways.
Yeah, we're seeing it now. He's just making short steps. Tried a fancy move there, paid for it.
Yeah, it was a great try, and just got the spacing wrong. And Oak is gonna punish that instantly if you make a mistake like that. Going for the hand.
Nice.
Oh,
Perfect. Timing and space.
yeah. I like what Oak's doing with the sidesteps. Plebian just saw where he was going and cut in that direction. So that was good. And aimed for his opening too.
Yeah. I said it last week that you need to dance around Zera. Like,
Yeah.
you can meet him head on. It's like
Feints there from Plebian.
in Game of Thrones, like Bronn said, talking about the mountain, he said that dance around him, make him tired. It's kind of the same thing here. 3-1. Oh, being very careful here. Very precise.
Yeah.
Oh, caught him
Thanks
there.
back Y. Yeah, I like that Plebian's using the reach of his weapon, but you just gotta be so careful not to give Oak that opportunity to close in. That was good. Good follow-up.
Back Y. Oh, nice one. That's a really good move. Oh!
Nice hit. Getting tired a little bit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, bust. Back Y. Feint.
Zera can sometimes fake being tired, but I think that's what it was.
Not this
Oh,
one.
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, Oak is locked in for this one. You can see from the way he's moving that he's like paying attention to everything.
Thrust out of measure, punished right away with that combo. Nice.
Beautiful. Well played there from Oak. 6-2. And Oak continues his good form. Oak wasn't very lucky in these group stage formats recently, but now he's doing well. And the next one is going to be Chernobyl versus me. I need to be careful because Chernobyl is really good.
Alright, be right back.
Sure. Oh, Alex. Interesting choice. But I guess he has a game plan. Nice.
Run him back.
Oh, nice.
Busted the Vena. That thrust there, risky. Not typically the best move. Venador capitalizing on the fact that Piper was sidestepping. Dab doesn't connect.
Piper.
Piper recovers from being tired. Oh, who is it?
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl, okay. Interesting pick then. But he's doing well so far. Nice, high guard cut. Stab there, that's a really nice use of that thrust to stop him by claiming space.
He looks just like Piper. Nice. GG, good fight. So it was pretty tough. I had a couple of moments there where I thought I was gonna get the kill but didn't. It's so hard to push and kill, yeah. Alright, moving to round 3. And after that we're gonna see the rankings. Info versus Tao next.
If you're trying to speak right now.
I can hear you now.
There you go. Yeah, now you're coming through.
Info versus Tao, and then we're gonna have a big derby. It's gonna be Subu versus Eve, a match that is could be potentially for the #1 in the group, or for a direct qualification spot, for that matter. Here's info. Waiting for Tao. There he is. So notice that Tao wanted to go with a random character, so we might see him going Yendrek, but needs to be careful.
Yeah, especially against info.
But Tao used to play Yendrek a lot, so I guess he can do well. Info left Tao, right?
Yeah, Tao typically wins the Yendrick tournaments. Vinu's pretty good at Yendrick as well. Oh no, going with Gideon.
Yeah, probably a good call.
That's fair. Yeah. Especially, I mean, Calc is probably pretty decent against Yendrick, but if it was Martire or something, that'd be pretty tough. Here it's definitely more even matchup wise. Nice chop. The plan for Tao is pretty simple, though. He wants to close the distance with Gideon and just go ham.
Yep, that's exactly what he did there.
Yeah.
Oh, try to go low.
Yeah. They're both old, but Gideon has the clear speed advantage, so... Oh, it's the face.
A little bit of a back X.
Yeah.
Medicine.
That was great from info. Ooh.
Nice dash.
Okay, Tao still gets it. I was gonna say Tao maybe delayed the punishment just a little bit, but it didn't seem to matter in the end. Just ate a slight blow for his trouble. But obviously Tao is being wary of being back X, so...
Oh, and again.
Nice.
I think Info is reacting a little bit too soon to the first attack. And
Yeah.
she gets hit with the second.
Yeah, and Tao is targeting her openings well too. That specific quadrant of Calc's body is very often open. He can still guard it, of course, but he's just inherently more vulnerable there. Much like how on left foot forward, Gideon can be vulnerable to the body. Some good hits there. Tao a little bit tired. Isn't quite able to close in and finish it, but there it is. I think that was a back X or something. Ass butchering, yeah. Yeah, it's like Gideon's just carving him up. Oh, the punch to interrupt it. Double.
Oh, it's
Okay.
very unexpected. It comes like it has no wind up. Just boom.
Yeah. And it always has an effect when it lands. You don't see Gideon whiffing it.
Nice piece, 2-piece there from Info. Caught
Yeah.
Tao off guard. Oh.
Stab. But oh, there's a punch from Calc, but unfortunately, yeah, it's over.
Unfortunate. 6-3. Good match from both. And now we're gonna have Subu versus Eve. It's gonna be a great fight. Probably Bada versus Getty. That punch.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah, Info had some very good moments there.
Well, he's not a speedy character, Info. That's probably mainly why.
Here we go.
Gideon, on the other hand, is actually pretty nimble.
For his age.
Yeah.
Old bastard.
Yeah, just imagine how fast he was in his prime.
His prime, yeah. And I mean, strength usually stays, but it was probably stronger as well.
Yeah, usually it's the stamina that goes.
Yeah.
Assuming you stay in good physical shape, of course.
There we go.
Okay, good luck. Ah.
The pull, yeah.
Don't like that.
None of the Getty mains use his alternate skins. They just stick with the... It's probably because they don't really represent the character much. Like they're just like different people.
Yeah, Gideon needs an alternate skin that is him.
Is him, yeah. I know we had a talk about it a while back. Because for example, I wouldn't like an Isabella that's completely different from, or who knows, maybe if it's a blonde. 1-0. Ace combo there from Subu. Scores his first flag. Very fast-paced fight. Oh, nice one from Subu there, but still got blocked. Side step was great. Oh, Eve's a little bit tired. Oh, catches him with the upcut. 2-1. Chop attempt. Oh. Pull again. Push. Very far range push there from Getty. You'd think that but I guess he's that push range is very deceptive. Thrust. Oh, tired there. 4-1. Subu needs a couple of more flags here. Oh, and he gets him with a nice cut to the head. 4-2. Oh, tired there. Subu's being patient though. He doesn't want to throw this flag away. Eve will take anything at this point. Oh, but perfectly placed. Upcut. I'm gonna try to grab him. There, gets caught again. 4-4. Subu's coming back. In this group we had oh, and he gets the double with the fast swing. Eve, Tao, and Subu have all won their matches, so it's very likely that they're going to very nice follow up there from Eve. It's very likely that they're gonna go to the next round unless we're gonna have some surprise from Fixer and Info. But it will also depend who gets on the winners bracket, because I'm sure they don't want to go on the lower side. Oh, nice dodge there from Subu, and he actually wins it. Clutch dodge there. 5-5. Great comeback from Subu. Oh, fast counter there from Getty. Subu's being careful. back and forth, waiting for an opportunity. Eve circling around like a vulture. Upcut. Nobody wants to make a mistake here. Oh, thrust attempt there, out of range. This is one of those flags that is long enough and then ends in a double. I've seen it many times. No, actually, Eve commits and Subu takes it 6-5. Great fight. Potential,
Yeah, GG. That's Hall of Fame worthy.
yeah, potential candidate.
Nice.
We'll come back there as well. Right, so we're moving to Group B, and we have a very interesting fight here between Oak and Chernobyl. We'll see if Chernobyl goes with a different character this time. Oak looks absolutely locked in today. Here we go.
Eve's definitely had some coffees before, Racer says. I have, so I would hope so.
Oh, Chernobyl going
He's
with
moving pretty quickly there.
with Jan, so this could be bad news for Oak here, unless he locks in.
And yeah, Oak's right about the tired swings. That's a quirk that Bara and Jan have. I think Bara is actually quicker with his, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's basically the same thing that they do. They have different directions. I think it's kind of a legacy thing. That some characters used to have the multiple direction tired swings, but then Kubel decided not to give the other new characters that, and still has to remove these tired swings. Yeah, they were crazy.
To be honest, anyway, the tired swings that we have in the game, apart from those ones, I would say they're pretty gimmicky and goofy. I mean, nobody will actually do that in real life. Just fall on
Right,
the
yeah.
You slow down or...
Yeah, you'd slow down, yeah. Yeah. Or your edge alignment might start sucking, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, edge alignment's not a thing in the game, but...
Oh, caught him on the belly again. 2-1. Very tough here from Oak. For Oak. Because Cherno is also exactly that type of player that will just prey on your weakness. So he will just go to the body, go to Quirk. It's gonna be... Oak has to be creative here.
Yeah, it's the matchup he likes the least. For good reason. Ooh. To the body. And it's not even just those thrusts. You can... Wow, that was nice from Oak, actually. But it's not just those stabs. It's that those cuts also have more reach.
Yeah.
So Cherno is able to claim space with basically all of his attacks.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Because if the thrusts were only the problem, then he could get close and just try to overpower him in close distance. But Jan is good there as well. He can... oh, nice again. 3-3.
Corkscrew. Yeah, Oak's doing a great job of spacing, though.
Look at that gash on his back.
Yeah, it's horrific.
Double.
I think I've talked about it before, but I have found that video I mentioned where a dude cut his own back with a saber just like Laszlo's. Pretty horrific. Won't post it on the server, but if anyone wants me to send it, I will. In the private messages. It wasn't quite this horrific, of course, but you know, it was a wound on the back. And the guy didn't even realize what happened. It was some Muslim tradition, apparently, where they swing sabers around and it just went wrong. I'm not an expert on that, but yeah, you know, idiots with swords tends not to end very well.
Oh, nice one.
Stab from Cherno.
For Cherno here. Unfortunately, Oak wasn't able to overcome the bad matchup, and Cherno took advantage. But obviously, he's still in a good position. Piper versus Plebian, a very interesting fight next. Because I know Piper's gonna bring it. Here we go.
Yeah, infinite stamina wouldn't be very balanced.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like stamina is an integral part of strategy. Even if you're playing like a gimmick tournament, like there still needs to be some sort of downside for just swinging around.
Yeah. Yeah, every move should have some kind of cost.
Yeah.
But
Plebian is here, waiting for Piper.
talking about Racer's idea. Oh, okay, changing how it works.
Oh, I see.
So, okay, cool.
Yeah, that would be cool to have something like that. In the UFC game and in the Fight Night game, they have something like that. Like when your stamina is low, then your animations go slower, and your accuracy suffers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Piper against Plebian. Stamina mod you made lowers the long recovery delay and always brings stamina back to 100% even when hit multiple times. Okay.
Yeah, for the armored, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, for unarmored maybe less so, but armored, yeah, definitely I could see that being helpful. Because I think it's stamina in this game as well as just being whether you're injured or not too, because that obviously has an impact. Like you're losing blood and stuff like that, you're in pain.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I think the game could could make it a little bit more punishing when you're injured.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you're injured to the leg. Alex doesn't actually seem punished sometimes. I think when he can limp, but what can sometimes happen is he gets tired due to some other injury, and then he just kind of casually walks away from you, and you can't reach him. Yeah, just stuff like that could be looked at. Nice hit to the head.
Nice one from Piper. 3-1. Oh.
Yeah. Well, Piper just going with his usual game plan, but that stab to the face connects.
Yeah, needs to be careful here. Oh, such a
beautiful.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's just carving him up. That's what Piper does. Plebian needs to find those. I think he knows the moves that work. He just needs to find those moments to land them. And there he got maybe a little too passive. I'm not sure, but he got pushed. Oh, his blade was beat or something, but good recovery. But it doesn't matter. Piper just going ham. Yeah, this is Piper at peak performance. Oh, stab to the head. Plebian needs to score some flags here. Probably at least one more. If I'm Plebian.
Oh, nice.
There it is. There's one. And now a win is actually not so impossible. Plebian just needs to stay locked in.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's bad. Nice from Piper. Mixing it up, going high-low.
Oh, beautiful.
Good. Yeah.
Down to the last flag.
Nice!
Oh,
That's it!
beautiful
Nice
fight.
fight.
Loved it. Chaos
Yeah.
from Piper. He always brings this type of energy.
Yeah, that dodge was so slick. He might have even been able to grab him off of that, but I think push was the safe option.
Alright, so let's have a look at the rankings after the first 3 rounds. Obviously, not everybody played the same number of fights, but it's still good to see. So in Group A, Eve is number 1 with 17 points, but he played 3 fights. Tao and Subu are second with 12 each. Info has 8, and Fixer has 6. And in Group B, Oak is first with 15. Plebian is second with 13. Chernobyl with 10. I am also with 10. And Piper with 10 as well. So 3 people with 10 points. But all 3 of us have fewer matches played. So let's go to round 4. And things are going to get interesting. Tao versus Subu next. Again, this is probably if you win this match, it's a high possibility that you're gonna finish first in the group. You would have one more fight with Fixer. Obviously, it's not gonna be a guaranteed win, but I would still favor you in that fight. So yeah, this is a good opportunity for both of you, actually.
Yeah, 100%.
But Tao also has to play Eve, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough route for Tao, no matter how we slice it here, but he's got a nice opportunity as well. So really excited for this one.
Here we go.
Frat milk. Yeah, just imagine the pathogens and that stuff.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Tao left, Subu right. Yeah, same matchup. Right. Nice side step counter there from Tao. 1-0. Oh, cut there from Subu, probably not expected to land. But the cut on Getty's shoulder doesn't mean anything. It's like it never happened. There you go. 1-1. Obviously, Subu also wouldn't mind the second place in this group. That also takes you directly to the winner's bracket. So his focus here should be on getting 4, maybe more flags, 4 or 5. Oh, that's unfortunate. An attack just went into the void here. Oh, catches him again with that attack. I think it breaks through the weak. Yeah, and as you can see, Subu's going a little bit to the right, trying to break the weak guard again. Honestly, I like when I see that. I like when somebody goes through the weak blade, because it's a real thing in fencing. And if you'll ever, you know, go to a fencing club or, you know, do some HEMA, you will see that whenever you get hit through the weak, you get hit. Oh, nice two-piece. 3-1. Nice upcut. 3-2. Oh, beautiful. 4-2. Subu was in the same situation against Eve, but and he managed to come back. But Tao here with a quick flag again. Oh, nice job. He probably tried to grab or something. 5-3. Oh. And again, 6-3, dominant victory there from Tao. And a good opportunity to get one of the top spots. Subu is still in contention, obviously, for winner's bracket place. It depends on what happens in the last fight between Eve and Tao.
Yep, GG.
Fixer versus Info next.
Yeah, that stab is tough. Nicely done, Tao.
Alright. Info is a little bit behind in the number of flags, but Fixer is still in contention with the win here and another win in the last match. He could have a chance of going through. So we'll see how this fight goes. Oh, it's just 1x. And then we have two very interesting fights in Group B. Cherno versus Piper, and then me versus Oak. Could be two decisive matchups for qualifying. Fixer. There he is. Fixer left, Info right. Fixer left. Info right. Yeah, Kalk again. Marie. Okay. Marie for Fixer. Actually, Kalk is one of the the characters that she could beat, and it would be quite ironic for
Yeah.
Info to lose against the Marie when she switches from Marie.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
100%.
Blade beat,
Nice blade beat.
dash.
Yeah, if I'm Fixer, I'm wanting to keep it simple. Certainly against Calc. Other characters you have to be very creative, but I think against Calc, if your point works better, you can land some nice hits.
Racer, are you sure?
Ironic picking up the controller for Fixer. That would throw Info off, because Ironic has a particular style.
Oh. Disputed first flag.
Nice. Yeah, one thing Info does have here is experience, and I think that might be the most important factor here. Just has to stay locked in. And that was a good example there of how well timed that dashing thrust was.
Oh.
Double lunge. Yeah, that's one of the moves Calc doesn't like very much. A lot of characters actually don't like it if they're not careful with long guard. It's definitely part of the Marie meta. Inquartada from Info, but Calc's a little slow there. Getting tired.
Oh, caught him.
There it is. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. And that's the nice thing about Marie here. Is not only does she have more reach, but she's also more nimble. Calc is tall, so he can kind of make up for it sometimes. Like there, that was a good cut. It's not as big of a reach difference as, I don't know, Marie versus Gideon, for instance, or Laszlo. But it's definitely still present. Very good use of it by Fixer, just letting Info whiff. Big wide swings with Calc, which are good moves, but you can't throw them wildly. Big swings from Info, but nice. That was an intelligent follow-up there. Fixer just didn't fall for it. Blade beat, but went with the short cut there, which is harder to combo off of, I think. I have played a little bit of Calc, so in my experience, that move is tough to follow up sometimes. The X cut that Info did. Nice dashing thrust. That used to be like the Calc meta. Like if you wanted to win with Calc, you use that move a lot. Now it can still work, but it's not what it used to be. I'm sure Eve remembers that. Like there would be gentleman agreements between Calc players if they were dueling with the broadsword not to use the dash. Nice cut from Info into thrust. Yeah, Info's getting creative here, and that's proving to be a decent counter to Fixer's more straightforward style with Marie. Fixer might need to try some advanced tricks now. Close range, left forward. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, Calc has a few tools, even up close. He's not known for being a close-range fighter, but he does have a few tools for that still work pretty well. Even that X-Slash can be pretty good there. Good try from Info. Fixer just able to avoid that stab. Upwise pretty fast. Yeah, absolutely. There's a kill for Fixer, and this is a disputed fight at this point. Still very winnable for Fixer. 5-4. We are not doing a 7 flag fight. It's always habit, because we usually do 7 flags. Thrust to the body, and now it's anybody's game, 5-5. Info just spamming, so not Info, that's Fixer. Fixer was briefly spamming long guard. There it is, the taunts. Is Info gonna fall for it? Or is Info gonna stay composed? To the last flag. Yeah, these are the best fights, in my opinion. Couple of fights like that today, yeah. And there it is, Fixer takes it, which is a little bit of an upset against such an experienced opponent, but that was solid Marie play, I would say. Not reinventing the wheel, just using the moves that work.
Alright.
6-5 for Fixer, actually.
Yeah, I just came back. First win here for Fixer, and with this win, although it was, it was hard worked, he has a chance of progressing in the last match. Info, thank you very much for competing. Unfortunately, Info has fought all her fights. She will not be going through. But again, thank you for competing, and I'll see you on the next one. Now we're moving to Group B, and we do Chernobyl versus Piper.
Yeah, Group B really seems like a derby of a group. There's just so many twists going on, and it's not as clear like who's gonna advance.
Yeah. Because we have two people that are in the first two spots, but they weren't necessarily they didn't necessarily win all their fights, and then we have people waiting on in the next spots, but that fought fewer matches. Chernobyl versus Piper, again probably another bloodbath.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Alex Mirror or Jan versus Alex is probably what we'll see.
Could I play my next matches back to back? Yes. So we're gonna do Cherno versus Piper, and then we're gonna do Plebian versus Cherno.
Yeah, Calc is pretty complex. That's understandable info.
Piper takes it right. Jan versus Alex. I know what plan Chernobyl has, but he's got to be careful, because Piper does not stay there to get stabbed. He's usually going forward.
So by the end of this, we'll know how many points Chernobyl has,
Wow.
which will be interesting. Maybe give some people a goal, potentially, depending on how this goes.
Yeah.
That was a nice flag for Piper to start us off. And it's like you were saying, Piper doesn't stay in one place.
Nice.
Nice cork, though.
Oh. Oh, this time the stab to the body worked. That was slick. Yeah.
Nice.
3-1.
Good mix up by Cherno, just not going move. Not just going with stabs, throwing some cuts in there. Nice, wow. That was a slick movement there from Cherno.
Nice. Cancel there. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, and this is looking bad for Piper. And Piper creates chaos. We all know this, but sometimes if an opponent doesn't let him do that, it can end just like this.
Yeah, 6-1. And this is a huge win here for Chernobyl. And he's gonna fight again actually, and he's probably in good spirits. And he's gonna fight Plebian, and Plebian is going to do his last fight as well again here, and Cherno also his last fight, which means that, as you said, after this match, for the other 3 players left, which are me, Oak, and Piper, things are going to be a little bit more clear on what we need.
Mm-hmm.
And that could prove to be an advantage also, because sometimes you're worried, like, should I try to play it safe and just go for a couple of flags, or should I try to take a few risks and win it, or depending on how things go. Yeah, so it's good to know exactly what you need. So Plebian versus Cherno. Plebian started really well with the win against me, and after that he dropped 2 fights, but in one of them he managed to score 5 flags, which is really good. And now he's facing Cherno, and Plebian is actually 3 flags away from Cherno, and I think he would like to you know, at least maybe get that difference against him instead of waiting for what's gonna happen next. We'll see. Super Plebian, Cherno. Okay, Plebian is left and Cherno right.
Yeah, Zera, Laszlo. Actually, that could be a good pick.
Yeah.
Cherno is a lot of people haven't talked about this, but Cherno is a very versatile player.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him play Zera. We've seen him play, actually, Laszlo before. Jan, actually Samuel as well. And he does really well regardless, it seems.
Yeah, he's currently in the top 5 in the rankings, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Oh yeah, and he can play Marina. Can't forget that. So he knows how to use shield as well, at least Marina. I'm sure he could find something with Connor, but maybe Connor's not quite his thing. Plebian with the first flag. There's a nice hit to the head, though. Laszlo's great at that, just reaching past your guard and striking the head.
Very close. Oh, I thought he was gonna get that one, but he lost the trade.
Yeah, same actually. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice samurai splash.
Yeah, that's what Plebian needs to do sometimes. Like, he needs to use these, you know, patient moments with moments of being very explosive on the offense. That Zera can surprise you with some of those fast-moving slashes. Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, he needs that area denial. He's got the longer weapon. He's got stabs. He's got all sorts of tools. So he's got to make good use of that and not let Cherno just dictate every engagement. Oh, there was a little bit of a mistake. that was a good try as well. I think that was all spacing just a little bit too far away when he went for that cut. Oh, yeah.
Plebian actually managed to qualify directly to the winner's bracket on Friday. In a group that wasn't necessarily the most comfortable.
Aiming for the hand. Nice sidestep, but still a double. Big cuts there, but that's kind of what Cherno wants. Plebian is throwing a lot of these attacks, and Cherno just waits for that opportunity. There, yeah, nice for that nice stab. That was more characteristic Plebian there. Nice. And Plebian is bringing it back.
Yeah, so regardless of how this ends, he will have a good number of flags. There you go. 6-4.
Nice back. Yeah,
6-4. A great win. And both Chernobyl and Plebian have finished their matches. So Cherno is first with 20, Plebian is second with 19. Everybody else, Oku is with 15, and I am last with 10, but I have the fewest numbers of matches played, and Piper with 11. So both Cherno and Plebian will have a very good case here for qualifying. Alright, here we go with the last round from Group A. Subu versus Fixer next. Fixer could produce the surprise here if he wins at 4 flags difference, so a 6-2. If he does that, he's going to be above Subu and get a qualification spot. Not impossible, of course, but pretty difficult. Still a chance, though.
absolutely. Nice. So Plebian was throwing a lot of preemptive attacks, I noticed. And he mentions that was very purposeful to make sure he's landing a hit whenever Laszlo tries to close in with an attack. And he made a good adjustment there. I think he was overextending some of those flags, and Cherno was easily capitalizing, but then he didn't stop doing the preemptives, but he stopped overextending, and it paid off.
Okay, there's.
I'm not want to go back to slow mode. Well, it's definitely fun. They both have their charms for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you can play speed, and you can play regular, and then you can try to adjust to all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do because I'm happy with default as well. So no
Um,
reason
Subu's left, Fixer
a
right.
fixture on the right. Yeah. Okay, good luck. Nice, Laswell. I like that pick. Gonna be fun.
Double. Thrust attempt there from Fixer. Subu's also not only playing for third place. He has a very good chance of getting the second place in case Tao defeats Eve decisively. So Subu would like to get maximum points here, and he gets the first one. Oh, catches him there. Oh, and again. Yeah, Subu's playing this guy. Oh, thrust, but it's a double. Oh, nice one. 2 for Subu. Oh, catches him again. 3. Oh, caught him there. Oh, beautiful. Went for the leg. I really like the way that cut looks. It's really satisfying. Double again. And again, another good cut. Yeah, this seems to be a very difficult match for Fixer here. Play in slow-mo. And that's it. 6-0. Subu knew what he had to do and didn't give Fixer any chance. And actually,
Right, GG.
since Fixer wasn't able to score any flags, he's actually finishing last, unfortunately, Info being number 4. But yeah, thank you very much, Fixer, for competing. Good fights overall. It was a very tough group. Still managed to get a win and some nice flags, and looking forward to seeing you again. We know for sure that from Group A, Subu, Tao, and Eve will qualify through, but we need to know who's going to be first, second, and third. And Subu is now number 1 with 21 points, but he will be dethroned by one of these two players. But it really matters the score. Eve, for example, needs to score 5 flags against Tao in order to go through. Tao needs to score 4 as well. So they both got to score a good number of flags. to go through. What Subu wants here is a one-sided fight. It doesn't matter who wins it, but that's what he needs. More one-sided fight. Tao is right side, so Eve left, Tao right. First place also has its perks because when you're first place, you're gonna meet the second place in the other group, which is theoretically an easier matchup. Here we go. Did I put the names? No. Eve left, Tao right. So in order to qualify, they need to score a good number of flags. Isabella from Eve. I'd say that it's a little bit of a bold move, considering that he hasn't played her in some time. But I think he can bring a little bit of an unorthodox style here that could throw Tao's gameplay. Tries the sidestep. Goes for a thrust to the body. Tries it again. Two-piece there from Tao. And it's one. Oh, nice block there from Tao from the high guard. It was really well done high guard, but
definitely on fire. Nice, it just goes ham. Tao's been finding those moments to go ham.
Nice retreat there from Eve. Oh, Tao with a lot of pressure. 3. That's why I said that this could go wrong here. The hat protected him there. Push attempt. Double. Eve trying to go to the side, and that's a good strategy and a nice one. 3-1.
Nice, yeah. Racer hates Eve for using that skin. Yeah, he was talking about that the other day. How much he hates that skin.
And only even Luck use that skin.
Push. Oh, nice.
Nice. He was coming back.
Yeah.
3-2.
The mind of a champion right there of Eve. He hasn't really lost any composure. If anything, he might have gained a little bit now. Well, maybe a little less so after getting stabbed in the face, but no, he's doing great. It's just Tao had him on the ropes.
Punish that stupid hat off.
Push. Oh my goodness, Tao needs one more. Tao has been great with that. He's not afraid to fight in the pocket. He's patient, but he'll still get in your face if he feels there's the opportunity, and he'll grab you, he'll push you, he'll carve you open, he'll do whatever he needs to do. And they're both going for pushes or whatever that was. Tao hits the leg. That's bad for Eve. And the grab. I mentioned grabs, and he might have decided to end it that way.
A very dominant victory here from Tao. Tao has been on a very good run recently. It's very difficult to defeat. And this matchup is not what it used to be. There was a time when Isabella was destroying Getty. It's not the same anymore. And good news for you here, I think. Yes, Tao wins the
Yeah.
group, and you are second, and Eve gets third, which means that he's going to compete in the lower bracket. I think maybe, I mean, he probably thought that he's gonna get more flags with Isabella, but probably a Getty mirror would have been a bit more balanced. Yeah. Okay, and now we have two fights of mine actually, and I can already feel a little bit the pressure because I really need to work here. I really need to get some flags, and the first fight is against Oak.
Tao wanted a Gideon mirror. Yeah, that didn't quite pay off there, but I understand it. I mean, Isabella definitely can pose some problems for Gideon, so a bit of a gamble, but I see why he made it. I don't know. I don't think it's what it used to be, though. There might have been a time, I think, when Isabella. Well, there was a time, in fact, when Isabella had a clear advantage, but I think now it's more disputed, especially if the Gideon knows how to play the game well and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it recently. Tao's Gideon is just a force, even against Isabella players.
Yeah. No, I felt it on Friday as well when I fought him. Like, he fought one of the best versions of me. It wasn't like, okay, I was tired or it wasn't my best day.
Yeah. And speaking of, you're fighting Oak. That's another tough one. High guard there. Posta Divena. That combo, that trademark combo from Oak. Backwise. Trying to tag Venador if he overextends. You can tell Oak is just, well, I was gonna say he's just ready to punish any mistake, but so is Venador. Very good play from Venador securing that first flag. High guard cut is blocked. And that's one way to parry it, is to close in like that. And if your guard's solid and you block with the strong, you're in good shape. But moving in also does carry that risk of the cut carrying down and hitting your leg or bypassing your guard, just as that stab did. Nice from Venador. But in that case, Oak moving in was the right move. Oh, again though, a stab. Venador's doing great preempting with the stab on a dime. And I think Oak is struggling to find an answer for that because his cuts have I mean, there's a few that don't really have a wind-up, but it's hard to follow up with them. And the others, they're fast, but just that slight wind-up, even if it is a fast cut, means the point will reach Oak first, and he won't be able to follow up after the stun if it hits at just the right time. Good beat from Oak and the back Y.
Fortunate.
Yeah, Oak is very good at setting up that back Y. Nice double. Going low there, but Venador takes the hand straight off. Little taste of his own medicine there, because Oak loves doing that, taking your hand off in a similar fashion. Laszlo in general is just very good at that. And his cuts have just the perfect arc to take the hand off. Good movement from both of them. Preemptive attacks. Oak nearly getting tagged there, but he was far enough away. There's the snap cut. They both have a good snap cut, actually, but Isabella's has a little bit more range. And Isabella has two of them, actually, depending on the forward. Sidestep there. High guard cut. Again, very good movement. Oak does not want to run onto that point again. Trying to go for a sidestep to snipe the hand preemptively if Venador gets too close. Yeah, Oak just testing the defenses, then commits there and results in a double. Posted to Vena, that was quick. High guard. Stab attempt. Good movement again by Oak. More stabs. Venador harassing him from range. Nice cancel there from Venador. That could have been bad if he didn't.
Want to cancel it. Cancel it by mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, could have been a kill.
Alright. Double. Good stab. Venador needs one more. Good use of the reach of his weapon. And Oak is struggling to find a tool that has equivalent reach that he can work with. He has maybe one or two, but he's just not able to find the opportunity to use them. And one of them involves moving forward, which, as we've talked about, if Venador preempts a stab, that might not be the best idea. You want to lead with the blade first if you can, so that that blade claims space and you're not just running into a point, you're beating it down. But it can be easier said than done if your opponent is setting up those stabs perfectly. You can see Oak is very cautious. He knows those stabs can come at any moment. He's ready with long guard, ready with his movement. Iron Gate is punished, or sorry, not the Iron Gate, the lunge is punished. Venador used Iron Gate there and then switched.
Yeah, this is a match that needs to be played really tactically. Unfortunately, you can't get too creative. Alright, so we got one more fight. And that is against Piper. I need a few flags here for going through. I don't think I can go through. Yeah, unfortunately, nah, you won't be able to go through, but you can go out on your shield, or you know, do your duty for your for the other players. You're cursed in my tournament.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate moment for Piper, I would say.
Yeah, so for me, with I would need to score at least 2 flags here to go through, but if I score 4, then I'm gonna be on second place. If I score 5, then I can be first place. So my objective here is to try to win the fight so I can get first place. Here we go. Piper takes left. I am taking right side. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, Piper can still alter the results a little bit. But with that flag, it's a bit less likely. We'll see though. Piper wants to again create chaos. He does it just then, but no kill. Good cut to the arm, going low. I love how he mixes that up. Isabella's blade just happened to be in the perfect spot to stop it. And that stab. Venador's good at setting those up. Piper's gotta be careful here if he wants to win this match. Post the Divena stab. Good movement from Piper, but yeah, he's throwing a lot of swings, and I feel like we're not seeing the usual planning from, well, we are now. That was and the usual movement, but that was very Piper-esque what we just saw there. That was beautiful. Just doesn't move backward, goes forward, throws some nice side steps. Very good way to hit Isabella, by the way, as Piper has discovered. Probably knows that already. He has fought every matchup possible with Alex by now. Probably studied when I was playing Alex, back when he was my student. And yeah, it's looking more even now. Oh, Venador fainted and Piper sort of delayed it, but he did call him out. I don't think Venador expected a call out. Especially a call out like that. There's a high guard cut. That was nice from Piper. Putting on a good show, even in death. Oh, he blocks it, wow. And the upcut results in a double as his hand goes flying. Yeah, this is the Piper we know, but Venador, if high guard cut, finishes it. Good try, Piper.
Very hard fight.
Yeah, there were some moments there where it was looking like it would turn around.
Alright, so the group stage is done. Let's have a look. Group A, Tao first, Subu second. Both go to the winner's bracket. Eve will continue from the lower bracket. In the other group, I am first, Cherno is second, and Plebian again, number 3. Number 3, so Plebian again, obviously he's going to go into the lower bracket, but Oak, again, unfortunately, he's not lucky in these group stage matches. He finished 4th, just 1 point behind Plebian and 2 points behind me, and Piper finishes last with 15. So yeah, great group stage. We're gonna end it and move to the final stage. In here we're gonna switch to 7 flags. So Tao versus Cherno, me versus Subu. These are best of 2 fights. First to 14. You guys already know the format. So here we go. Tao versus Cherno. Let me change the number of flags. Can I join comms? Yeah. Of course you can.
Sure.
we go. Tao is ready to go. I'm not sure if Cherno said that he wants to eat or something. Hopefully he's back.
Can join comms after you go for a pee. Okay.
Sorry, I need 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think everybody needs a little minute.
Yeah, you know what? Let's take a break. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Let's just take 5 minutes break and then
All right.
come back.
Sounds good.
back. Well, let's get even here as well. So we're going with the first match of the winner's bracket, which is Tao versus Cherno. Welcome, Eve. How are you?
Hello. I'm good.
Enjoying the
You're right, I'm back as well.
enjoying the speed.
Yeah, it's been fun, man. Loving the speed.
Tao left,
Always
Cherno
love
right.
the speed. Yeah, I think Cherno's loving the speed as well, from what he was saying in the chat.
Yeah. So again, a reminder. We're going with our regular format, which is 7 flags, best of 2. In case of 1-1, there is a tie break with the remaining number of flags, but I guess everybody that is still in the competition is already familiarized with the format. So here we go. Now things get a little bit more serious. And 7 flags could leave a little bit more room for trying certain things.
And stuff.
Yeah. Because I think even with 6 flags, even if you're in qualification, like all of a sudden you're like 3 flags down and you're thinking, oh, I might lose this one badly.
That's something to the mental for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Aggressive play there from Tao. I think it's a good pick there from Cherno, because Sam has a good guard and good reach, but I'm not sure if his damage is good enough to beat Getty.
Yeah. Sometimes even Bara can have small problems with that depending on the move that you use, and Sam's damage is markedly lower. Push, nice.
And I think that was a good idea of just kind of stopping Tao's advancing. Oh, caught his belly there. Tired. Oh, he gets his sword back up. Cherno had a moment there where he could finish. Oh. Beat his block there. Oh, tries to go low. Nice block from Tao. Plus, follow up. Oh, beautiful. Catches the arm.
Nice.
5-2. Yeah, Cherno needs to change something here. He's losing ground. 6-2. Yeah, Tao seems unstoppable recently. And in this tournament, he's looked really good as well. Nice push. 7-2. We're gonna swap sides. Cherno needs to focus now on just winning the fight. Winning the set.
Can I join the Parsec as well? Real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Just waiting for the round to end. Yeah, Tao has been unstoppable recently. Someone needs to stop him
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I had struggles too. He's so good at setting up that thrust, applying pressure, and he doesn't overextend when he does it.
Yeah. He's number 1 in the rankings at a good difference, and if he wins this one, he's gonna even increase the difference even more, so we have to get our forces together to stop him.
Yep.
And don't look at me, I tried on Friday and couldn't, so
Yeah, that's true.
just
Sticking with Sam.
Yeah, Cherno's. He fought me, my Geddy, and he was really good at just, like, instantly interrupting anything I wanted to do, like every move I
With
threw.
the back Y, but
Like,
the Tao is not falling
yeah,
for
the
that back
back
Y.
Y. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tower's a Zera player. He knows all about back Y. I mean,
Oh, try to
it's
push.
definitely a tactic he's seen and used himself a lot of times. And in many ways, Sam is, I've said it before, he's like a sober Zera, with less HP, of course, and less damage, but like the idea behind some of the moves is the same,
What you
even
need
if they are quicker.
what you need to try to do in this. Oh, interesting. I need to try to do in this matchup or situation is the thing is. Oh, okay, caught him there. Tao is not really respecting Cherno's offense. Like he's just going in, throwing combos. He feels confident in just just throwing an attack.
One exchange. Oh, the push misses. Punch misses.
Punch whip. Oh no, when he
Oh.
dashes in. He was tired there, I think, anyway. Tao would have just walked all over him there.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you need to do. Just kind of break the rhythm a little bit. Yeah, that's a mistake a lot of people do, including myself sometimes, is that sometimes the rhythm of the fight it doesn't go your way. So you need to just try to risk some stuff and see if it works, and if you lose, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. And that's a way someone like Tao who is attacking you can gain an advantage. Even if you are successfully parrying and replying with cuts of your own, if he's controlling the fight that whole time and he knows what you're going to do next,
Yeah,
you're
it's
at a
matter of time.
disadvantage. Yeah.
4-3. Yeah, that's something that I thought when I lost a fight to Oak in a tournament, and I just watched the fight back. Oh, nice thrust again, 4-4. And I was thinking, like, I wasn't giving him anything to think about. Like, he already knew what I was going to do, like, every time. I was just throwing the same moves over and over, hoping for them to land. So from that moment, I thought, like, it needs to change something.
Mm-hmm.
6-4.
Little
Yeah,
unfortunate there, but that was that shot from Tao was hitting no matter what. So
Yeah.
it was just a matter of if he could double or
Wow.
not, and there it is.
Yeah. Very
good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Again, a very dominant victory here from Tao, and he's in the semifinals, which means semifinals in the winner's side, which means that he has a guaranteed top 3 spot, regardless of what happens here today. Okay, and Chernobyl and Plebian are gonna fight again, actually, a little bit later. And now it's me versus Subu. Always a great fight. Felt like I couldn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta give him stuff to think about. That's the problem. When somebody gets confident, especially an elite player, when somebody gets confident against you, it's very hard to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm left. You're right.
Yeah. No reason to reinvent the wheel. Okay, good luck.
Good luck. Nice. Nice. GG. I'm gonna swap sides.
GG.
You know what's funny? That today I was testing the mod out to see, if everything is okay and the maps and all that. And since Isabella and Subu and Bara are the first two characters, I played so many Bara duels today against the CPU. At one point I switched to, I don't know, to Yan or something because there were too many.
Choices. Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. If I lose, it's not a huge deal at this point.
Good idea, I don't think. Oh, nice exchange. Going opposite angles to each other. Oh, I think Alex was tired.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Thrust to leg slash. I haven't seen that before. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's always so risky trying to get the preemptive strike on Alex. He's so fast, especially with the attack Subu uses. Oh,
I think I got hit.
bad trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, push just out of range.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They're the attacks. I couldn't tell you how many times I've rushed into those attacks and just died straight away.
Oh my god, die, bro.
Oh, two hits. Be careful of his stamina, Subu. Moving alright though. Oh. Oh. Alex's sword just reaches Izzy's head. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. No one got hit. Amazing. Hey, there's the push. Oh. Right, Subu really doesn't want to lose any more flags here. Well, the next flag, that's for sure.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
GG.
nice. Yeah. Harried the
GG.
high guard job.
Alright. We can keep the same sides. So you got
Okay.
2 lives, and
Mhm.
I got 5.
Alright, same same picks. Subu under pressure. Oh, upcut. Oh. Brutal. Oh, wow.
GG. Good
GG.
fight. Yeah, the Alex was...
Yeah.
I kind of forgot how to play against him. I think that's
Yeah.
kind of...
That's what happened to me last time. I was like, wait,
Understandable.
what do I do?
Alright, Subu will be fighting Eve again in the lower bracket, but a little bit later. Now we got Cherno versus Plebian. Best of 1, 7 flags.
Knockout rounds.
Yeah. Cherno takes the left side, Plebian takes the right. Here we go. Plebian doesn't need keeper, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Don't
Yeah.
think so.
Here we go. Cherno left side, Plebian right side. Plebian joined last minute, and he actually managed to qualify from the group. And he managed to qualify over Oak and Piper, which is quite impressive. Oh, a longsword fight. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Instant punish. Oh, leg hit on Izzy. Oh. It just stopped for a second.
Yeah, it's funny when that happens.
At the same moment. Oh, nice back X.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Immediately after this, it's you two fighting.
Cool.
Nah, I'm actually lowering. I have my voice down because I have It's a Monday and I don't wanna. Nah, man, I'm just not speaking loudly. Give me a break.
Oh,
Let me
Cherno, another one.
team viewer and do it for you. Oh my god, I've been.
Just fix your voice or something.
Yeah.
High guard cut. One more needed for Cherno. And there's a shy guy. Stab to the throat there, I think.
Yeah, that's the second one of those plebs landed.
Oh,
Y,
nice.
back Y, back
Yeah.
X. B cut, X
Oh
cut
my
beats the
goodness.
blade. Goodness, that was crazy exchange. Pushed out of measure, nicely done from Plebian. That was I bet you he was panicking a little bit there.
It's maximum in the software.
Stab.
Oh.
Gets hit though.
Oh, actually,
Y.
Plebian got to 5 flags. Just noticed.
Yeah,
He's,
it's close.
Could be a great comeback here.
He's
Standing
wounded
still.
right now, though.
Yeah. Stab,
Oh.
nice.
Out of nowhere.
Calm before the storm. I love it.
Is it a fake?
He was so composed there. And then, you know, just went for it. And obviously, Cherno didn't expect that. And I don't blame him.
Last
It
flag.
seemed like he was waiting. But I'd say he was more so waiting for a chance to throw that stab, if anything. Not so much waiting for Cherno to advance. Though I'm sure he would have welcomed that too. Stab again. Trying the same trick twice. Although it wasn't as on the nose this time. Plebian's good at just slipping that thrust in when you don't expect it. Stab back Y. Rushing in though, forcing a trade. This makes it that much more intense. They cannot afford to be taking hits. Plebian takes it.
Damn.
Fight.
Yeah, great fight. And a great comeback. And unfortunately, Chernobyl is eliminated in a very close one. And Plebian moves on to the semifinals, and he will meet one of you. Subu left, Eve right.
Oh.
And another 6-5. This time is 7-6.
Okay, good luck, Eve.
Good luck, man.
Getty.
Yeah, I think Eve was thinking about Isabella if I went Alex. All good regardless. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what worked before in this fight.
Nice combo there from Eve. 1-1. Subu trying again the upcut. Very dynamic duel here. More feints from Eve. Subu's attacking a lot, needs to be careful. Oh. Oh, and he does it again. Against the same player. Gets the double. Eve should have waited a little bit. Very balanced fight here. They're both throwing attacks. Oh, nice push there from Eve. Perfect timing. That push comes out of nowhere. Oh, something happened here.
Ooh. Yeah, it froze for me for a moment.
Yeah,
but at least I landed it, looks like.
me as well.
I'm good now.
Probably a FPS drop or
Oh,
something.
interesting, yeah. Yeah, I was just pressing buttons trying to finish it or force a double.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
know.
It wasn't lag.
Yeah. All good. Looks like Eve got blood too, so we're kind of even there.
Eve's hurt. Oh. Barrage of cuts there. Finally one lands. Oh, and a nice forward cut there. 4-2 for Eve. Oh, Subu goes with the ground and he gets it. He had to change something and he did. 4-3. Took Eve by surprise there. Got a very good flag. Thrust into the retreat attack. 5-3. Oh, catches him there. Oh. Oh, nice forward cut. Subu catches the head there. 5-4. Oh, double. Oh, double. Nice one from Eve. One more needed. Push attempt. Oh, tired. And again. did the luck. You did the luck there.
Yeah. That was so samurai too, how he leaned into that last cut.
Oh, try to push him and he gets
Oh, GG.
7-5. Good fight. Good fight.
GG, man.
That was
intense.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those tired swings, they're lethal, man.
Yeah, and he
Like-
leaned into that last one. That was like out of straight out of an anime.
Alright, so we got 4 people left. It's Tao versus me again in the winner's bracket semi-final. And we'll see if we can do something different here. And after that we're going to have Eve versus Plebian in the second semi-final for a top 3 spot. Here we go. Oh, what am I doing? Alright. Let's get Tao in. Tao in great shape. We need to think differently for this one. Playing the standard way is not going to suffice.
Yeah, get creative.
Yeah.
And well, you know it already, so this isn't advice, but don't let him take control because he won't let go. You give him the control.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so this is the best of 2 format again.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Be a
figured
banger.
Tao would pick Gideon here.
Hmm.
No reason to switch, I don't think. Testing the guard there, Tao. You can tell he really wants to go in, even though he's doing it in a measured way.
Yeah.
Like already Venador's being pushed back.
Yeah, the pressure is so important.
Oh. Yeah, has to be backed up though. That was good from Venador. That quick shot to the head. 2 shots to the head actually. B cut though from Tao.
Jeez.
That's why Venador's backing away.
Yeah.
That right there. Not that cut specifically, but just the sheer power that Gideon has. Although that cut is one of his stronger ones, I would say. Fully tired right
wow.
there. Isabella smoked too much before the fight. Ooh. Nice.
Oof. Oh. So good at dodging those pushes. Oh.
Probably lag or something. Ooh. That was good. Nice. It's nice to see things were, for the most part, very smooth as far as that goes. Like, we haven't had people pausing really until these last few fights, and they were for just quick spikes or whatever that FPS thing was. Just small stuff like that. Nothing game breaking or anything. Oh,
Nice.
8 cut.
Yeah, Tao can't get too comfortable just marching in like this. Oh, nice. Perfect shot selection from Tao. Oh, nice thrust. Oh, two of their biggest swings. Same time.
Here's that. Briefly, he did Iron Gate, but then tried that sidestep. That was a nice try. Posta de Vena, that almost landed actually, I think. Just Tao with good spacing. Very disputed fight now. Oh, I hate that. The stuff coming into the camera, that was a fence in this case. It was only brief, but the poles are the worst. You'd think that'd be pretty easy to get rid of. Okay,
GG.
Tao takes it though.
GG. Did I swap names? Yeah.
Okay, same picks. Nobody's changing anything up in that regard. I think Tao's pressure has proved really decisive here. Yeah, Venador needs ways to break that up. Push is a good start, but that B cut, again, just landing perfectly. Actually, that's exactly what happened in the previous round, too. That exact move allowed Tao to bring it back, and then it was 1-1. Is that a good or a bad omen? Push from Tao. Again, comes out of nowhere. I know exactly what Venador means. Yeah, his push game is underrated. I think intuitively he doesn't seem like a character you should push with because he squares up his body so much, but he seems to push just fine. That was good from Venador, making it even. Chop there to the right arm. B and A feint there from Tao. Tao immediately goes in with that X cut, which doesn't have the best range, but it is a speed demon of a cut. Stab attempt. Venador parrying all those moves. Kind of reminds me of the flag we had where I was just bombarding his defense with those sidesteps and just barely Venador was hanging in there.
Man.
Wow.
Oof.
I
That
just-
is one benefit of having the sword in front of you, yeah?
I just can't hit.
Oh. Yeah, Tao is...
He's dancing around the closest possible distance he could be.
Yeah.
Just outside those.
Doesn't
thrusts.
care, yeah. Yeah, and Tao has a response for the stab too, I would say. The push, oh no, the push bug.
Great.
That's scrappy for Venador. We haven't seen that a lot actually this tournament, but it happened here. It was very unfortunate timing because Venador really wanted that opportunity to get momentum, but he is getting momentum. He's using the hate to fuel his comeback. Giving into the dark side, but gets stabbed. But the pain makes him stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, out of measure there, Venador, but that was a great try. Sidestep attempt. It's not landing, though. Venador's doing a good job of trying to throw it at opportune times, but Tao is ready for it. I think the secret is Tao's movement, but that was a nice stab. Tao in the Matrix. Yeah, I struggled with him too. I totally get what you mean.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do kind of hope Venador wins, though, because Venador's the one who knocked me down to the loser's bracket. But nothing here is a foregone conclusion. Push, yeah, thankfully it got through. Well deserved.
Alright, we're gonna keep the same sides, and it's 2-2 in the tiebreak.
That's intense as hell.
Yeah, okay, rematch.
Tao, don't play his game, Vinu says. The
I don't think he
USFC. Yeah, no.
I think Venador's having to invent a new game on the fly.
Yeah, I'm curious what Venador has to say about that, but obviously he can tell us at the end. I don't think. Let's let him focus on the fight here. Oh yeah, a bunch of stabs, and I think that's exactly what you were kind of getting at, Eve, because he doesn't usually just throw stabs, not like that. It's usually one, at most. But now he's really relying on it because Tower's kind of been struggling to find an answer to it, but that might be the answer just there.
Okay,
Maybe that in the chop. Yeah. What more can you ask for? And this fight could very well determine the winner. Tao just goes in with the stab. Oh man, and Venador could not kill him.
I stabbed too, but
Yeah, just not good enough, I guess.
yeah, GG.
Yeah, what a fight.
Damn Tao, Vinu says. Damn.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do what Tao just did. Like, and not die, like constantly be dying. You have to be so close, but just out of range.
You versus Plebian now next.
Yeah. Whoever wins has to fight Venador.
He's a channel.
Plebian's done very well, I have to say, making it this far. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, the USFC backing Tao here.
The poster child.
And this is not the first time Plebian's made it far in a tournament, so that's saying something about how much he's developed his era.
Okay, here we go. Did I change names? Yeah. Eve on the left, Plebian on the right. Plebian. One for Eve. Another longsword facing a Getty here.
Yeah.
Getty absolutely dominating this tournament.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen that. Cool to see competent players sort of shaking our perceptions of the meta. And I think Plebian's doing a bit of that too, because Zera's a bit underappreciated lately. But yeah, Eve just on fire. Cuts out a measure there. He's trying to preempt Eve. And of course, Eve is trying to find an opportunity to close the distance. There goes the hand.
Nice.
Interesting guard there. Push attempt. Yeah, Gideon occasionally has a weird bug with his auto guard. I remember in my fight with Eve, he had one as I was going in with the YY,
Two-piece
which kind of
combo there
sucked.
for Plebian. And he's again mounting a comeback. All his wins today were comebacks.
Definitely has the mentality, I would say, of a champion. And that will take him far if he keeps developing Zera. Nice, preemptive. Again a preempt, but doesn't quite land it. Stab though, nice. That's a tough one to counter if you're not ready for it. It's an interesting combo that Plebian's throwing too. I feel like most Zera mains don't throw it. And it's kind of a way to test the waters to keep the opponent at a distance and this kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
Nice upcut. Ooh, almost whiff punish there. Good try from Eve. Sidestep there. Another good sidestep,
nice.
but he's followed there with that cut.
Two-piece.
Yeah. Okay. Plebian not wanting to make any mistake here, goes with low guard there, but Eve knows what that does, so he doesn't fall for the bait.
Again, another close fight, which Plebian might win again.
Yeah, he's very composed. Like, he's happy to do low guard and whatever. Sidestepping from Eve. Plebian's having to adjust a little bit. Upcut there. That would have probably killed him if Plebian threw something. Push. Stab though. Nice. Calls him out.
Again, down to the last flag for Plebian. He has
Yeah.
a good record when it comes to last flags.
Yeah. B cut. Some cuts out of measure. Trying to, again, preempt Eve, test the waters a little. See how he responds. Not rushing it, and standing his ground too, which is very interesting, whereas Eve is moving all over the place, which is how you usually want to play Gideon. Thrust attempt, back Y. That's the trouble of staying back, but Eve finds his moment.
Yeah, this time, and Eve gets another top 3 spot. Very close plebeian to get that, but still very honorable display there. Congratulations, 4th place. Eve, do you need a minute?
Sorry guys. Yeah, GG pleb, and yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. Okay, I am on the left. Eve is on the right. Here we go.
Ooh, cut
Man,
attempt
I
there.
hate these. Need to send Kubo some feedback about those block stuns when
Mm-hmm. He just, yeah, goes forward. Doesn't care about high guard. What's that? Taking a page out of Tower's book. I think he's been watching closely what Tower's doing. Push. Snap cut doesn't kill, it hits the arm. And that's absolutely crucial against Gideon that you hit the head. Stab attempt. Good use of the range moves by Eve, making it difficult for Venador to capitalize on his reach advantage just because any slight movement forward and Eve might just hit him. Stab to the arm, max range. Nice from Venador. 1-1. Next cut. Goes in and tanks it with his own B cut. That's one of the strongest, if not the strongest, B cuts in the game. Puts his whole body into it. Oof. More pushes. Venador's really trying to make something happen here. B cut again. A into B. Stab is parried. Good try from Venador, but gets stabbed. Right to the face. B cut this time. Single tempo counter by Venador. Preemptive attack. Venador needs some ways to make Eve less confident to just move in like that. Push. Yeah. Maybe the push is a good...
Speed could be increased more, says Vino.
Cut. Chop.
Oh.
It's so much pressure from Eve. Similar to Tao. But Tao is doing upcut this time. Eve's very good with that move. Goes low. Nice from Eve. Good mix-ups. That's what you need to do. You want to break your opponent apart. Just get past the guard or some nice mix-ups overwhelming the defense. Certainly Gideon is really good at doing that. Chop attempt. A good cancel from Eve. Push. Could have been punished, but Eve obviously just moves back. The X cut actually tracked there and hit the arm.
Yeah, nothing's working.
A little
in our favor
unfortunate
today.
there.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. We all have those times in the upcut.
Yeah.
That's it.
GG.
Nice performance from Eve.
Yeah. All played. Grand final. We got Tao versus Eve. Hopefully we're gonna see a Getty mirror. At least for one of the duels. Here we go. Let's get Tao back in. Tao? Seven, 3. Here we go. Get in mirror for finale, what a treat. Tao is on the left, Eve is on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, this could be very intense.
Yeah. If Isabella cannot beat the Getty,
Right.
maybe a Getty can beat a Getty.
Okay, Tao with the first leg. Eve with a nice combo. He kind of delayed the follow-up there. Stab attempt. Wow, they're just going at it. I love it. Tower's tired. This stab doesn't connect too close for Eve. This time it does.
Nice one for Eve. Two, 1. Oh.
Hit to the head
Nice
though
one
for
for
Tao.
2. Yeah, so the grand final is also best of 2. First to 14. Sorry.
Nice. Cross the belly there. definitely a tough road for Eve, but far from impossible.
Nice cut from Tao, 3-3.
Stab attempt. More stabs. Yeah, it doesn't quite finish it. Tao getting tired.
Oh, nice one.
Nice stab. Bit of an exchange. Tao still tired, yeah. Oh, nice.
4-3.
Yeah, the long game was gonna favor Eve.
Two beats. 5-3. Tao would want to finish this here in the first one, because if he gives the opportunity to Eve to come back, then the morale shifts. Nice one. Six to 3. Again, the same thrust. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ilxus era. You know, he was throwing that thrust a lot. It was very hard to defeat him.
Yeah. Back against the wall, but the tippy toe.
Yeah.
Ooh, they both went for the same thrust and canceled, but there it is.
7-5.
Tao securing it by 2 flags.
Yeah. Still comeback potential here for me. Here we go. Again, the thrust. Almost there.
Ooh, nice kill.
You know what's funny? That forward B cut usually kills everyone, but not not Getty.
No,
He
has the
blocked it.
HP, the blubber
Yeah.
in the right places, I guess. Oh. Yeah, it's a powerful cut.
Yeah.
Stab. Just runs him through. Hand off. Wow, Eve is just on fire.
Yeah, that one needs to be careful here because he's losing ground. Still one ahead in this fight and still has one more life, but you can't drop flags like that.
Stab nearly landing and saves it there. Stab to the neck there. Eve just goes in. He almost gave. Well, yeah, he gave that away now. He got tired there. That was a fast tired swing. Gideon's actually does have deceptive speed.
Nice.
Ooh. Snap, not stab.
Oh, nice
Push, nice.
6-2. And you might get a little bit of an advantage here if he wins this one. By the way, guys, don't swap sides if it goes to tiebreak.
Double. Stab, cuts, punch. Oh my gosh. And how he's tired. Ooh, he waits though. That actually was kind of smart, I would say.
Okay. We're gonna keep the same side. So Eve has 5 flags and Tao has 2. Ah, they're swapping sides, man. Let me change the names.
I pick left. I did pick left.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So yeah, no need.
Yeah, we're just doing it to, you know, save time and just putting the names. Yeah. So you got 5 and Tao has 2.
Yeah, anything can still happen. So surprised Ilksis isn't getting involved in this game. I mean, look at this. We got 2 Gideons in the final. Doesn't get better than that. There's a flag for Eve.
Yeah, Eve only needs 1 more to win this first first match.
Yeah, just got cut in half there pretty much. The blade went all the way through.
Oh.
Stab doesn't kill though. He wanted that follow-up. Yeah, I can tell Eve inputted it. It was just something went wrong. Stab, cut, punch again, similar thing. It's exactly what happened, in fact.
Here we go.
Previous flag, wow.
Alright, so Eve wins the first match.
Previous round.
And now we're gonna swap sides and we begin the second match, second final. Congratulations to Eve there though. Here we go. Tao left, Eve right.
Stab attempts there.
Double. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Tao gets the first.
Preemptive cuts from Tao, then goes in.
Eve has a little bit more experience with Gary than Tao has, so I think in this particular matchup, Eve may be a little bit sharper.
Oh, nice.
Caught him there. Since they're using the same character. Oh, nice one.
Nice.
I like
Yeah.
that step in.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Something has changed with Eve. He's just made some adjustments, I think. He's been a bit more creative with his preemptives, and Tao keeps getting hit. And that punch to interrupt Tao's kill shot is always hilarious, too. Just has the tenacity now in those situations. Goes in to stab, punch again, but he's tired. Oh my gosh, now Tao might get tired as well if he's not careful. Goes in for the stab, nice move. Yeah, good patience from Tao, just letting his stamina recover as he moves forward. Thanks.
For Eve. Very disputed flags here.
Push. Nice. Nice hit. Oh, not quite. Nice.
5-3. Eve is slowly taking over, and as I said, when you win the first final coming from the loser's bracket, the morale is up. And more pressure on the winner's bracket.
Nice. One more needed. Secure this round. Stab, but counter stab. Nice.
7-3. We're swapping sides. Eve is in a great position of winning the tournament. Had he not switched to Isabella in the group stage, he wouldn't have climbed from the... Oh, Jan from Tao. Oh, did I change Tao's name? Yeah, I did. Yeah, Tao is switching something here. He's probably gonna try to use Jan's thrusts and cuts to penetrate Getty's guard. Yeah. There you go.
Testing the waters with some stabs.
The same.
I think this is a smart pick from Tao, actually.
Yeah. Gives him something to
Switching
think
it
about.
up, you know. Yeah. And I have trouble thinking of matchups that Yan is bad in, so it's rare that suddenly switching to Yan is just a blunder. Unless you're just unfamiliar with him for whatever reason. But Tao is very familiar with Yan. Quick stabs. Nice to the body. He's getting tired. His defense being battered. Nice stab. Follow-up doesn't land. Tao tired, but we know how Yan is when he's tired sometimes. He doesn't even need to resort to that, though.
I think that thrust is a little bit problematic with the fact that it hits twice, because sometimes it kills, but when it doesn't, it basically takes your ability to dash back out of it. Because, for example, if you get grazed, then you can dash back. But if it hits you twice, you're going to be stunned twice. And that's why you can follow up after it. It doesn't always do that, though. But it's interesting.
Nice upcut to the head. That's the other thing about the upcut. It often actually does hit the head. He swings it up high, so he can hit a lot of targets. Stab. They traded, though. The chop, but he ducks under. He gets close enough that it won't land.
Perfect timing there. 4-3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Eve just showing that killer instinct with Gideon.
2 more needed here for Eve.
Tao was earlier, too. Going in, corkscrew, but Cancel's getting tired. That stab lands. Eve's patient. Ooh. Push.
Oh.
Nice stab. That's huge. Eve doesn't want to throw this away. Punch. Nice. Takes the hand right off.
And Eve is very, very close to winning the tournament. Quite surprisingly, I have to say. Not that he can't do it, but he was crawling back from the lower bracket. Oh.
Yeah. So much pressure. Now Tao has to think about grabs. That was good that he got out of it, but it just adds to the pressure. The feint is countered. Nice from Tao. The push is out of measure. Nearly gets punished. And Eve nearly got hit by the back Y. A lot going on in this last flag, but Tao not looking good with the stamina. Yan's stamina not the best. Tao doesn't attempt to swing in time, and that's it.
Congratulations for Eve, our new champion here. Fought some great
Oh,
fights.
GG.
GG. And he takes it after after 2 long fights, actually, against Tao, who looked great today as well. What are your feelings right now?
Oh, I'm just shaking my arms out, really. That was a lot of intense Hellish Quart right there.
Yeah.
But no, Tao's Gideon's a problem, man. Like, you really have to find what works and then change it, because he'll adapt to it.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Well, yours is a problem as well.
Very, very good Gideon.
Like, you did great as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm as scared as Tao's Gideon, even if I am Gideon myself. Like, I think he's one of the best Gideons to ever do it, really.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Monday speed day. We had some great fights, some great flags, some great exchanges. We're gonna do it on Friday as well. I'm also glad that everything went well. We didn't see anything bad, technically speaking. like everything was going smooth. And
Mhm.
yeah, I enjoyed the pace. I enjoyed the speed, and thank you everyone for competing. Thank you Subu and Eve for helping out with the comments here, and I'll see you guys soon.